All right, here we are. Hi everyone, I'm Alex. I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel for the last 6 to 8 months, easily, probably longer. Some of you may have seen me before on Instagram putting on some outfits. Over the last few months, I realized that next to the short form content I do, I want to create something which has a bit more depth to it and a bit more longevity and also brings a bit more value to you guys. So that's why we're here. Let's start the long form chapter. And let me just say, I'm super hyped. I started recording for this probably 1 to 2 months ago, and I realized instantly that this is way more fun than creating for Instagram. The thing I love about YouTube and the long form content in general is just how much more creative freedom you have. And of course, just the ability to let your raw personality shine through. Don't get me wrong, I still really like creating reels and statics for Instagram, but of course there's a very limited amount of character you're able to add to a 10 to 15 second video. So yeah. Before I start rambling too much about the format, let me just start with a rough introduction of myself and what I'm planning to do on this platform. If you watch some of my stuff on Instagram, you might know that I'm quite obsessed with fashion. And of course, this topic will play a major role on here as well. Since getting dressed, picking an outfit is not everything I do all day, we will definitely expand the area of subject a little. For example, I just packed up my gym bag because I'm about to head out to hit a leg session. That part of my day I will show you as well. Besides fashion and workouts, I would say I'm generally a fan of everything that has to do with creative work, be it art, music, videography, all that stuff. With the last one especially, I mean, I've learned a lot about videography over the last 1.5 years. I started making content not that long ago. I started uploading on Instagram, I think it's September 2023, but this long form content is totally a different beast. I mean, even though I'm quite confident when it comes to standing in front of a camera, this is so weird. It is so much weirder than just standing and moving. Yeah, I definitely have to get used to it, but we'll get there. I'm very excited to learn as much as I possibly can to become better and better during the process. So this is not a one shot, not one video. We're here for the long run. A few other topics that will play a role sooner or later include fragrances, because that's just another area I'm very passionate about. And at some point, interior design, stuff like that. Creative, fashion related, gym related, that's what we're doing on here. So for now, this is our short introduction. Let's hit the gym. Okay, let's talk about the weights. I think I never really went into too much detail when it came to answering questions about my workouts on the other platforms. So I will try my best to tick off the most important points here. I guess we will start just with the numbers. I started working out when I was 15 and I just turned 30 by the end of last year, which brings us to 15 years of working out. That's half my life. Maniac. But yeah. But of course I wasn't all in right from the start. I think I started taking the gym serious when I was 18, maybe 17, 18, 19, around that time. With serious, I mean, from that point on, I trained 4 to 5 times a week. Before that, I was pretty inconsistent and I definitely wasn't checking my protein intake at all. But as most of you probably know, in the first few months or even the first 1 to 2 years, you can achieve pretty decent results with essentially giving your muscles some form of a challenge. I also have to say that I had pretty good genetics to begin with. Plus I did sports like swimming when I was younger, which comes with a pretty handy improvement to not only your physical health, but looks as well. So yeah, since I was 18 then, as obsessive or boring that might sound to some, I just never stopped working out. I mean, along the way there are always things that make you physically or even mentally tumble for a moment. But I think with the exception of Corona, which forced me to stop training for maybe 6 months, I never really took more than 2 to 3 weeks off training in the last 12 years. And this is not me like bragging, oh, I'm so consistent, so motivated all the time, because I'm not. It's just in the DNA now. It's just part of the day, part of the week, so it comes naturally. And before I keep going, I just want to clarify that I'm not a certified trainer, whatever that means. I'm just going to talk about my experiences and the things I've learned along the way, the people I met, the people I've talked to. For those who are curious about getting into good shape or gaining a bit of muscle, naturally, of course. Do you have to train for 12 to 15 years to get to the physical state I am at today? Whether that's a goal worth reaching or not, in your opinion? I mean, obviously, this is very subjective and depends heavily on the circumstances. But no, I think I've reached my max in terms of muscle mass and pure size about 7 years into training heavy and consistently. So since then, what I did, or I mean still do, is just maintaining the physique I have and, let's say, refine it. All right, now let's talk about, shortly talk about what my current workout routine looks like. So currently, and really for the last 6 to 7 years, I've been following a very simple push-pull leg routine, followed by 1, sometimes 2 days off. And just recently, I mean, summer of last year, I added running to the routine. I mean, I call it running. Proper runners probably won't, but I mean, I do my 5Ks once, sometimes twice a week when the weather is nice. It's not that it really matters what specific exercise you do for each body part, but I will show you nevertheless what I do over the next few weeks, because I will most likely implement my workouts in the upcoming videos as well. At the end of our gym talk, one little short update. I started my first proper diet cut ever, and I will try to document that as well. Might be interesting for you guys, I don't know, let me know. And hopefully I'll be able to show you some results the next few weeks. I started at 93, 94 kilograms, something like that, 6 to 7 weeks ago, which in pounds is, I don't know, 210. And for reference, I'm 185 in centimeters, which in foot is 6 foot something. Between 6 foot and 6'1". All right, I think this covers our gym talk for today. If you have any additional questions about workout, nutrition, diet, let me know in the comments. That's it, see you in a minute.